Yo, Umers, and welcome back to week 2 of the PUL, season 2 of the PUL week 2. Today we're doing the team builder for the UHMENDE EXPLOUDS and my good friend And we gotta win this one because, he's my friend, so we always gotta win then. Um, so, okay, let's begin. First month, Landers Incarnate hits like a truck with the Sheriff or the Life Orb, can rock, polish, clicks Earth Power, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast, Psychic most of the time, can rock, polish are combined to proceed to sweep, but that's almost of the time. Next up, he's got on the Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu, of course, setting up the grassy terrain, boosting up its wood hammers to insane power, and giving him recovery after wood hammer hits. Sorry. Tapu Bulu's grassy terrain does weaken ground type's power, but Landorus Incarnate uses earth power, so that goes through the grassy terrain. So that's actually a pretty good combo. Next up, Slowbro, a really good Fizdevil, can also run Max Spadef AV, got a regenerator so can switch out and gain HP, which is amazing actually. I'm thinking he'd bring like a toxic slack of coma, toxic slack of psychics called set, but he can also like mix it up and bring something like coal mines. Next up, he got Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat is a defogger, is a read to rocks, but most of the time seen like HPIs, Pain Split, Toxic, Volt Switch, and Overheat and Thunderbolt. Pretty bulky, low HP stats, so it can really profit from a good pain split. Next up, he got Mienshao. Mienshao, pretty fast mom. Hits also hits really hard. Two great abilities: Reckless to boost its high jump kicks to insane power, and a regenerator to prevent dying to a miss high jump kick. It just can you turn out and gain some HP back. So it's actually really good. Most of the time, seen like fake out, U-turn, um, drain punch or high jump kick. And next up, he got a Kovac of Rodriguez. Sets of T-Spikes, Will-O-Wisp, Hex, really bulky ghost type, Pain Splits, can even rest Chesto, Coal Mine, and Trick Room. So actually, really good one as well. He also got a Linoon. Linoon, obviously the best sweeper in the game, in my opinion. No, not really the best, but for tier 5, it's the GOAT, it's GOAT Noon, we all know. Just clicks a belly drum and then E-speeds 10 times and you lose the game actually 6 times. That's how Linoon works, we all know how it works. Next up, Mega Glalie. Mega Glalie actually a pretty underrated mon because it has, how do you call it? It has Ice Shard as step priority, got Refrigerate, so it can turn its normal type moves into pretty powerful ice type moves. And it also has gotten the, let me think, it can even, like, as a last ditch, if it's almost dead, it can just Refrigerate Explosion and get a KO. Also, bulky of other types, it also has a check 4 with freeze dry. Both attack and special attacks are actually base 120, so it actually hits really hard. It has gotten a good speed as 100, but it's a pretty underrated mon in my opinion. Next up, the Naganadel. Naganadel, obviously seen as a Scarfer, Spec User, Life Orb, or something with like leftovers and nasty plot, has the ability to boost either special attack or speed depending on nature, which is really good. It's one of the best sweepers in the game, to be honest. Next up, he got the Scissor L Scissor. It can actually a really good wall breaker because it's gotten like superpower, knockoff, U-turn. Um, it has gotten like all moves you need. Even things like quick attack with technician actually boost to really high power. So quick attack actually can do a lot. I think bandit quick attack does like 60% to an infernape, and if So Infernape is not really a good switch, and Banded Bullet Tips just does a lot to all the rest. Can even SD up and clean that way. Only got on one weakness, which is fire. It is 4 times weak to fire, but still pretty good. Next up, the Volcarona, obviously 4 times weak to rocks, and his team doesn't really have the best hazard removal. One spinner, a defogger that doesn't really want to run defog, another defogger that doesn't really want to run defog, and the defogger that's weak to rock. So this team doesn't really have good hazard removal, but it's still a great mon Volcarona. Volcarona just can set up with a quiver dance and sweep your team. So we need to be really cautious about that. Next up we got Komala, you'll know it, my sleepy boy. Komala is actually also really good, you know. Komala is just a monster. It's it can even run like Bandage, Sleep Talk, Last Resort, and just hit so unbelievably hard. You can't toxic it because of the comatose. So it actually is, yeah, it's one of the best. It's actually a really good wall. Yeah, most people, yeah, they yeah, I think it's really underrated. It's also really versatile. So if you didn't know that, so let's go right into the team. First one, Marshadow. It's cute as fuck. Look at this. This thing is like, I'd hug it to death. First of all, we got a Marshadow with the Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf Marshadow outspeeds Scarf Landers, Scarf Bulu. Um, is my checked one of my checks to Lanoon, ESP Lanoon. Just you see that boy and he's dead. Um, Scarf Mienshao outspeeds Scarf +1 speed because of the beast boost. Naganadel outspeeds can either steal its boost or I can click Ice Punch and do a lot of damage, Fire Punch for the Scissor, Spectral Thief and Close Combat for anything else. I can also steal the boost from a Volcarona that only set up one time. Next up we've got the Aurora, Life Orb, Thunderbolt, Full Switch, Hidden Power Ice, and Fire Punch. I can just Hidden Power Ice this, Hidden Power Ice or Hidden Power Ice this. Thunderbolt, I can Volt Switch on this one. Thunderbolt, 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 Thunderbolt. I can Fire Punch this one and HP Ice. This is just my breaker. Enough speed to outspeed the how do you call it? The Naganadel if it's not boosted nor scarfed. Next up we've got Toxapex, Black Sludge, Toxic Recover, Haze and Scald. Haze is to prevent Volcarona from setting up, from Naganadel from prevent Naganadel from setting up. It's just to prevent anything from setting up. The rest is just to wear his team down. A lot of Spadef to be able to tank hits from Slowbro Psychic, to tank some hits from Naganadel, hits from how do you call it, the Volcarona. Just to tank some hits. And yeah, that's what it just gonna do. Next up, we've got Donald, you know, Donald Duck, the Porygon team. I feel like with the trace ability. Trace is actually really good because I can trace sheer force from Landorus Incarnate and hits really hard. I can also switch into Slowbro and I can trace the Regenerator, switch out and get HP back, trace the Beast Boost, trace another Regenerator. So I can actually trace a lot of pretty decent abilities, so that's why I put trace on here instead of like downloads. So Ice Beam, Toxic, Tri-Tech, and we cover um, Ice Beam for Landers, Ice Beam here, just Tri-Tech or Toxic there. Tri-Tech, 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 or Ice Beam, Ice Beam and Toxic, Tri-Tech, Tri-Tech. I can hit everything except the Scissor with this. Well, Scissor I've been switching in Toxapex, so that shouldn't really be a problem. Next up, we're gonna smoke the Rayquaza. I'm actually gonna be leading off with Rayquaza because it can just do so much. Dragon Ascent, Stone Edge, Flamethrower, and Outrage. It can Dragon Ascent or Outrage this. Dragon Ascent, um, this is kind of a problem, but yeah, I mean, I can switch into top spec, so not really that big of a deal. I can Stone Edge, I can just. I'm gonna lead off with this, and his leads are probably either Scissor, which I can Flamethrower, Mienshao, which I can Dragon Ascent, Bulu if it's Scarf, which I can Dragon Ascent, and Scarflando I can also Dragon Ascent because it's like really slow. Naganadel, even if it's not Scarf, I can just click Outrage and kill that mon first turn, or even Dragon Ascent if that kills. I'm not really sure though. And last but not least, we've got a Wasabi Ball, the Tangela, you know, with LA Beast's arch rifle with the Eviolite, max defense, max HP, hidden power ice to predict a Lando, sleep power to put things to sleep, Giga Drain to Giga Drain, and Sludge Bomb to Sludge Bomb. Yeah, Sludge Bomb for the top of Bulu. So it is like my Bulu switching because I didn't really have fun. So that's the team. I think we will be able to pick up the win this week. Um, team or the battle's going up tomorrow.